Check, 1 2 1 2.
Live across the universe.
Check it out.
Ladies and gentlemen,
It's about that time, y'all.
you are now in the mix.
It's time to wake up, folks. Don't touch that button. You're locked in to Wake Up Live from K.L.P Studios.
A great chilly but great morning, Atlanta. Welcome back to Wake Up ATL with Blondie and Cera. We have a great show for you this morning. All right, Blondie, get this. The movie industry just hit a shocking milestone. October 2025 was the lowest grossing October in nearly 30 years. But here's where it gets interesting.
Those numbers are pretty dire, especially with AMC posting that massive $298.2 million quarterly loss, though there might be a silver lining with Predator Badlands.
That's exactly what I was thinking. A $40 million domestic opening matching that internationally, it's breathing some life into theaters. And what's fascinating is how they completely reimagined the franchise formula.
The buddy story between an outcast predator and an android researcher is definitely not what anyone expected from this series.
Well, that creative risk seems to be paying off. The 85% fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes plus an A Cinema score shows they've managed to please both critics and longtime fans. Though with that $105 million budget, they needed this kind of reception.
So what do you make of the stark contrast between this and some of the other releases this weekend?
It's pretty telling. Take Die My Love, Jennifer Lawrence, and Robert Pattinson. Two major stars, and it only pulled in $2.8 million from nearly 2,000 theaters. That D-plus cinema score suggests audiences really weren't connecting with what they saw.
And Mubi paid $24 million for it after Cannes. That's got to hurt.
You know what's really interesting, though? Cera's Oil, with its A-plus cinema score. Even though it only made $4.5 million, that kind of audience response is incredibly rare. The story of a young black girl discovering oil in early 1900s Oklahoma clearly resonated with the viewers.
The theatrical landscape seems to be dividing into very distinct lanes now.
Exactly right. Look at sentimental value. Major Oscar buzz, Cannes prizes, stellar cast including Elle Fanning and Stellan Skarsgård, but it's only in 4 theaters. Though that $50,000 per screen average suggests there's still an audience for prestige films.
Well, speaking of numbers, Disney hitting $4 billion in worldwide ticket sales for the 4th straight year is pretty remarkable in this climate.
Though even Disney's had some stumbles. Tron, Ares, and that Springsteen biopic didn't perform as expected. But with Zootopia 2 and Avatar Fire and Ash still coming, they could push past $5 billion by year's end.
The horror genre seems to be one of the few reliable theatrical draws right now.
That's true. Black Phone 2, holding at number 3 with $5.3 million, shows there's still something about the communal experience of being scared that gets people into theaters. And Chainsaw Man at number 6 proves there's room for different types of genre content.
Do you think we're seeing a fundamental shift in what makes a theatrical release successful?
Well, the metrics are definitely changing. What's interesting about Bugonia at number 7 is how it's found its audience through steady word of mouth rather than a big opening weekend. It's like we're seeing a return to the platform release strategies of the 90s.
Though that strategy didn't help Christie much, even with Sydney Sweeney's awards buzz from Toronto.
Right? $1.3 million for a boxing drama with awards potential shows how challenging the market has become. But it's worth noting this was Black Bear Pictures' first attempt at distribution, so they might still be figuring out their strategy.
The international market seems increasingly crucial for survival.
Oh, absolutely. Look at how Predator Badlands matched its domestic numbers overseas. It's not just about the US box office anymore. The global audience has become the make or break factor for these bigger budget films.
So where do you see this all heading?
You know, I think we're going to see more experimentation with release strategies. The success of Predator Badlands shows there's still an appetite for theatrical experiences, but maybe only for certain types of films. Meanwhile, movies like Cera's Oil prove that strong word of mouth can still drive success, even if it's not immediate box office success.
The next few months should be telling, especially with those big Disney releases coming up.
Indeed, the film industry has always been cyclical, and while these numbers might look concerning, they're forcing innovation. Whether it's reimagining franchises like Predator, finding new ways to release prestige films, or nurturing word-of-mouth hits, the path forward is about adaptation. The theatrical experience isn't dying, it's evolving.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Health and Home Essential Safety Updates. I'm Emma Johnson, your friendly tech reviewer, and I'm thrilled to be here today. We've got a couple of critical topics to discuss that impact our daily lives and, for some, the well-being of our tiniest family members. It's all about staying informed and making those smart, safe choices. First up, we're diving deep into a recent health alert that's undoubtedly on the minds of many parents and caregivers across the country. And I'm Chloe Williams, your entertainment reporter, bringing an upbeat perspective to some serious news. Emma, you're absolutely right. Today's stories are vital. We'll be starting with a concerning baby formula recall that has captured national attention, highlighting the ongoing importance of product safety for our most vulnerable. Then we're switching gears slightly to talk about a common household item, your reusable water bottle, and why keeping it clean is far more important than you might realize. It's a quick, easy habit that can make a big difference in your health. So let's get right into it with the latest on the ByHeart baby formula situation. Thanks, Chloe. Kicking things off with urgent news. Preliminary tests have indicated bacteria producing botulism toxin in ByHeart Whole Nutrition infant formula. This has led to a significant outbreak, impacting at least 13 infants across 10 states, ranging from 2 weeks to 5 months old, since mid-August. Thankfully, no deaths have been reported so far, but all affected infants required hospitalization. The California Department of Public Health released a statement urging consumers to immediately stop using the recalled product. This isn't something to take lightly, given botulism's severity in infants. Absolutely, Emma. It's incredibly unsettling for parents. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, or CDC, confirms these cases were observed in states like Arizona, California, Illinois, and Minnesota. New York-based ByHeart has agreed to recall 2 specific lots of their powdered formula, with a best-by date of December 2026. The botulism toxin can cause severe illness, including paralysis, with symptoms like poor feeding and difficulty breathing taking weeks to develop. It's a stark reminder of how critical formula safety is for our most vulnerable. To provide crucial context for our listeners, infant botulism is quite rare, typically affecting fewer than 200 babies in the U.S. annually. It's caused by bacteria that produce toxins in the large intestine, often spread through spores found in dust, dirt, or contaminated water. Infants under 1 year old are particularly susceptible. This ByHeart case stands out because there haven't been previously confirmed outbreaks of infant botulism directly linked to powdered formula. Dr. Stephen Abrams, a University of Texas nutrition expert, noted this would be extremely rare, underscoring the need for a thorough investigation into how this contamination occurred. The botulism toxin itself can cause severe neurological effects, leading to muscle weakness, paralysis, and respiratory failure if untreated. For infants, symptoms like poor feeding, a weak cry, loss of head control, and decreased movement are critical warning signs. Early medical intervention is paramount for recovery, which can be a lengthy process requiring intensive care. It's a grim reminder of the delicate balance in infant nutrition and the absolute necessity of stringent quality control in formula production. Parents should always remain vigilant and consult pediatricians with any emerging concerns. This isn't ByHeart's first encounter with safety concerns, Chloe. In 2022, they recalled batches due to another germ, Chronobacter sakazaki, and in 2023, the FDA issued a warning letter for corrective actions. While not as widespread as the 2021-2022 Abbott nutrition crisis, it's still a significant alarm bell. On the positive side, the CDC assures us there's no danger of a nationwide formula shortage because ByHeart accounts for only about 1% of national sales. This helps alleviate fears of market instability for other parents. Indeed, Emma. Furthermore, Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has launched Operation Stork Speed, directing the FDA to review infant formula ingredients for the first time since 1998. This is a crucial step towards preventing future incidents and bolstering consumer confidence. It highlights a renewed governmental focus on infant formula safety, which is paramount. While this specific recall is contained, the broader implications for regulatory oversight and ongoing product testing are clear. Parents should always check for recall information from reliable sources and maintain open communication with their pediatricians. Now, let's smoothly transition from a pressing public health concern to something a little more personal, yet equally vital for our everyday health: the cleanliness of your reusable water bottle. Chloe, I think a lot of us are guilty of just rinsing these out, aren't we? Oh, absolutely, Emma. It's one of those habits we think is perfectly fine, but experts are shouting from the rooftops that even if you only fill your bottle with clear water, it can become a literal breeding ground for germs and mold. Think about it. Every sip transfers germs from your mouth, and every touch leaves microbes from your hands on the lid or straw. Those tiny, hard-to-reach crevices, perfect hiding spots for bacteria. Michelle Knepper, a nurse practitioner at the University of Pittsburgh Medical Center, emphasized how crucial this mundane task is. An unclean bottle isn't just gross. It can lead to stomach aches, itchy throats, and even worsen allergies or asthma. So yes, you do need to clean that bottle. You're absolutely right, Chloe. It's a surprising health hazard many overlook. So what's the best approach to keeping our bottles sparkling and safe? The consensus among experts is to aim for a simple clean daily and a deeper clean weekly. For daily maintenance, a good scrub with warm, soapy water and a sponge or bottle brush is ideal. Don't forget those tricky spots like straws and lids. A narrow cleaner or pipe cleaner can be really helpful. After washing, always let it air dry completely. This routine prevents the initial buildup that can quickly become problematic. Daily cleaning is non-negotiable, especially if you're filling your bottle with anything other than plain water, like protein shakes, flavored drinks, or even infused water. Those residues are a feast for bacteria and can lead to mold growth far quicker than you'd imagine. Even with just water, mouth bacteria transfer with every sip. Dr. Mike Wren, a family medicine physician at Baylor College of Medicine, stresses that a quick rinse isn't enough. You need that physical scrub. Ensuring proper daily hygiene dramatically reduces the risk of gastrointestinal issues and unpleasant odors. For that weekly deep clean, Chloe, if your bottle is dishwasher safe, that's a fantastic low-effort option. Otherwise, there are effective manual methods. Dissolving a denture or retainer cleaning tablet overnight works wonders for tough grime. Or you can use a warm water solution with vinegar or baking soda for a natural, chemical-free approach. Let it soak, then scrub thoroughly. These steps are crucial, especially since plastic bottles are more susceptible to scratches that can harbor microbial life, making them harder to clean with just soap and water. That's excellent advice, Emma. And here's a common sense tip. If you see visible mold, notice a funky smell, or find persistent sliminess, it's time to dump the contents and give that bottle a serious, immediate deep clean. If the issue persists, consider replacing it. Also, avoid reusing disposable plastic bottles. They're not designed for repeated use, can leach chemicals, and are germ magnets due to their porous nature. Investing in a quality, easy-to-clean reusable bottle and committing to these cleaning habits truly contributes to better overall health. Small effort, big health reward. As we wrap up today's episode of Health and Home, we want to reinforce the importance of staying vigilant and proactive about health and safety. From ensuring the formula our infants consume is safe, to maintaining proper hygiene for our everyday items like water bottles, these seemingly small details collectively contribute to a healthier community. We've seen how quickly a product recall can emerge and the simple yet impactful steps we can take to protect ourselves and our families from unseen threats. Exactly, Emma. Knowledge is truly power when it comes to personal and public health. We hope today's discussion has provided you with valuable insights and actionable takeaways. Always remember to check for product recalls and don't underestimate the power of good hygiene, even for something as basic as your water bottle. Thank you for tuning in to Health and Home, Essential Safety Updates. We appreciate you joining us, and we look forward to bringing you more essential news and analysis next time. Stay
10 trillion suns, that's the brightness of the most powerful black hole flare ever detected, and it's completely changing what we thought was possible in our universe.
You know what's incredible about this discovery? The sheer scale of it makes our sun look like a tiny LED light in comparison. And this wasn't just some quick flash either.
Right, and here's what makes this so fascinating. This cosmic spectacle took 3 whole months just to reach its peak brightness. Imagine watching something build up in intensity for that long, knowing it's happening billions of light years away.
Speaking of distance, we're talking about something that happened 10 billion light years from Earth. That's so far away that when this light started its journey, our planet hadn't even formed yet.
Well, let me put that distance into perspective. 1 light year is about 6 trillion miles, so we're looking at roughly 60 quintillion miles. It's like trying to count every grain of sand on Earth and then multiplying that by 1 billion.
And what's really mind-blowing is what caused this massive light show. A star basically got too close to this supermassive black hole, and, well, things didn't end well for that star.
Oh no, definitely not. The star got completely shredded by the black hole's gravitational forces. Scientists call this a tidal disruption event, but really it's more like watching a cosmic paper shredder in action.
That's exactly why the scientists at Caltech were so shocked when they first saw the data. Matthew Graham actually said they didn't believe the energy readings at first. They were just too intense.
You know what's fascinating about these supermassive black holes? They're actually quite common in the universe. Almost every large galaxy, including our own Milky Way, has one of these cosmic giants at its center.
So if these black holes are so common, why don't we see these kinds of flares more often?
Well, it's like trying to catch lightning in a bottle. These events only happen when conditions are perfect. When a star gets just close enough to be torn apart, but not so close that it gets swallowed whole immediately. Plus, our telescopes need to be pointing in exactly the right direction at exactly the right time.
And this particular flare is special because it's the most distant one we've ever observed, right?
Exactly. And that distance is crucial because it gives us a window into what the universe was like when it was much younger. It's like finding a perfectly preserved time capsule from the cosmic dark ages.
You know what really gets me thinking? The fact that black holes, which are supposed to be these light-swallowing monsters, can create some of the brightest events we've ever seen.
It's the ultimate cosmic irony, isn't it? These objects are defined by their ability to trap light, yet they're responsible for some of the most brilliant displays in the universe. It's like nature's version of a magic trick.
Well, speaking of brilliant displays, let's talk about how these flares actually happen. Sometimes it's tangled magnetic fields, other times it's disruptions in the hot gas disk surrounding the black holes.
Right. These accretion disks are absolutely fascinating. They're made up of superheated material swirling around the black hole at incredible speeds, reaching temperatures millions of times hotter than our sun's surface.
That makes me wonder, what other extreme events might be happening out there that we haven't detected yet?
That's actually a really important question. We're only seeing what our current technology allows us to see. It's like we're looking at the universe through a keyhole. We can see amazing things, but there's probably so much more happening that we can't detect yet.
And each new discovery seems to challenge our understanding of what's possible in the universe.
You know what's really exciting about this whole field of study? These observations are helping us understand how matter behaves under the most extreme conditions imaginable. We're talking about environments where the normal rules of physics are pushed to their absolute limits.
Well, that really puts our place in the universe into perspective, doesn't it? Here we are on our tiny planet, managing to observe and understand events happening billions of light years away.
And not just observe them. We're using them to piece together the story of our cosmic origins. Every discovery like this is another piece in the grand puzzle of understanding how we got here and where we're going.
That's what makes science so incredible. It's this never-ending journey of discovery and understanding.
And somewhere out there, right now, another star might be getting too close to another black hole, creating another brilliant flash that will detect years or even decades from now. The universe is putting on a constant show. We just need to know where to look.
Check 1 2 1 2. Live across the universe. Check it out. Ladies and gentlemen,
It's about that time, y'all.
you are now in the mix.
It's time to wake up, folks, with Kennedy Lucas and Cole Marks. Don't touch that button. You're locked in to Wake Up Live from K.L.P Studios.